when you are coming into those other older parties, you are coming in by recommendation. Here, you just walk into ADC. ADC is coming at a time when Nigerians need a party where they can express their aspirations. The ordinary Nigerians. Look, we can't allow Nigerians to slide into the abyss. It is clear that the ruling APC is headed for fascism. They want a one-party state where KBAC system of government will be running in the name of democracy. Just taking over power in 2027 is not everything that ADC is for. There is no politician in Nigeria that is more successful than Atiku Abubakar. TINUBU has no followership. If he had, why is he buying governors?
Hello, and welcome back to another mind-blowing episode of the Unscripted Seat podcast, where we bring you raw, pure, and unscripted gist every week. And of course, I remain the Gen Z body of the house, Z of the good life, and I am not alone. Thank God he's not hating today. Today, you always hate.
I will hate later.
I'm not the one that said you should.
I just
be
want
a
you to
dinosaur.
feel yourself now. I will hate
It's
you
not
later.
easy to be a Gen Z, and not just a Gen Z body, of course. But yes, you are the Zaddy of Benin, so you said
The one and only. You know now. You know now.
Yes. I am with Zaddy of Benin on the Unscripted Seat podcast. And of course, we want to thank our amazing sponsors for giving us the opportunity to be here today. We want to thank Ico Gas, Wawa Restaurant, Adis Glam, and Bella Bellina Wine. And of course, as we always say,
Wawe say.
Thank you for standing behind us. Today, we are not alone. Honestly, I like the trajectory of this the past few weeks. It's been back to back, should I say politics, and I'm loving it. Honestly. We've been giving them back to back. We are shaking tables. In fact, we are breaking the legs of tables. Today, we are with Mr. Chris OJIEKERE, the ADC Edo State Media Coordinator. And personally, I want to know what ADC has in store for us. So that is why he's here today. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to the Unscripted Seat podcast, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Sir, personally, as a young person in Nigeria, I've seen the influx of different political parties, but for some reason, the ADC has sort of caught my attention personally. That's just me saying my own personal beliefs here. But what does the ADC rather, what does the ADC political party stand for?
All right, I haven't asked you, but I can guess why it has caught your attention.
Okay.
The reason is ADC is bottom up. All other political parties that you had are political parties that emerged either from the fact that those who formed it had been in power or they're still in power. And then while they're in power, they became disgruntled. While they're in power, not out of it, they became disgruntled and then carved out a group for themselves and formed other parties. But ADC, as it were, started from the zero sum. We decided to have a new approach. Let us talk with the people, not to the people, as the former political parties we are doing. Let's not be talking down to the people. Let's come down to the grassroots and start talking with the people. And so you find a spirit of egalitarianism in the party where you see people just find that familiar, ordinary, average guys like me are talking for the party. Not those names in quotes that you usually associated with regular politicians. So that's why it's got your attention. And that's one new thing, one new strategy that we have. ADC is coming at a time when Nigerians need a party where they can express their aspirations. The ordinary Nigerians, I don't like using the word ordinary, the average Nigerians, needs a place, a party. The reason is because we run a party democracy. We are not a failed state yet. We still have chance. We still have hope. The reason why we are where we are is because the average Nigerian, those who have talents, like young ones like you running a television station in a cubicle like this, but you're going to be broadcast around the world. This is talent, this technology. Now, people like that who have things to offer, who can create, have not been given the opportunity to be in government so that they can bring ideas into government. And they've never had a party where you have to have that kind of chance. So when you are coming into those other older parties, you are coming in by recommendation. Here, you just walk into ADC. I understand you had people like Shida Kudubai. He entered the party a few days ago. He's already speaking for the party. So that's the kind of party we want to build. For the first time, we are having 50-man body being set up by the national body, by the national working committee, setting up a 50-man body of three-quarters of them non-politicians, but names that have been known to, who are social crusaders, who are democracy lovers, development experts, all brought together to come and fashion policies for this party and manifesto. If you ask an average ADC person, if you bring him here to say, what's your policy and manifesto, he has no idea what you're talking about because they don't run there by policy. But ask him, what did your leaders say? We say, okay, our leaders say this is where we're going. But we want to have a party that is run on policy. Chief John Odogwu, who is from Edo State, our national leader in Edo State, and is the national chairman of this body. Pat Utomi, a world-renowned professor of economics that propounded so many theories, economic theories, indigenous one from the Nigerian society. People like Chidi Odinkali, who was the former president of the Nigerian Human Rights Commission. People like Professor Sam Amadi, who is one of the most vocal voices when it comes to social crusade and so on. They are members of this. Now, you can't expect nonsense from such people. So they are going to fashion out policies upon which the party is going to run. So it is not just winning 2027 election as the APC tries to pretend that that is what we are doing. That's, of course, primary to our intentions and objectives. That's primary because if you don't remove them from there, you will not be able to take over the reins of government. The whole purpose of a political party is to ensure that you take over power so that you can have the opportunity and authority to execute your plans and policies. But so just taking over power in 2027 is not everything that ADC is for. It is the primary objective. But there are so many other ancillary things. Living for Nigerians, a political party that actually runs on principles and policies and programs and agenda. That is the main overriding superstructure idea behind ADC. So those are some of the things that we are offering, that we are telling people, come to ADC. And that's why you see, you've never had this kind of coalition. When you had the APC coalition, what you had is a coalition of existing political parties that some of which were in government, like AD, which is TINUBU's party from Lagos, like ABGA, which was Okorocha's party from Imo, and then PDP, and then ACN are then coming together. But this time you have a coalition of ideologies, of interest groups, of the obedient movement, for instance. They will tell you that they are not Labour Party. Because the obedient movement cuts across even the Labour Party. There are people from APC, there are people from PDP who support those are the obedient. They moved in with that ideology. Rescue Nigeria, take Nigeria back. It's an ideology. And who is saying take Nigeria back? It's not the ODs. It's the Gen Zs like you, the way you have to introduce yourself.
True.
That are saying take Nigeria back. And the leader of that movement has shown enough capacity in terms of ideologies, in terms of propounding theories, governance theories, and so on and so forth, to be believed in that he has an idea for what he's talking about.
Okay.
So that's a group. Then you have other groups, like the people I just mentioned, just as social crusaders, civil society organizations, and so on and so forth, coming together to say, look, we can't allow Nigeria to slide into the abyss. It is clear that the ruling APC is headed for fascism. They want a one-party state where KBAC system of government will be running in the name of democracy. Where you have the king, the emperor, he has said something, the court jesters will go out to execute those and implement those policies and pretend that they are elected officials. They're just pretending. And in any case, they stop pretending when they start singing on your mandate to stand. They don't have their own mandate. So they're standing on the mandate of the emperor. So we can't allow such party to win in 2027 because they're going to take Nigeria to a one-party state. If it was a one-party state where you have, like in Cuba, where you had some development when Fidel Castro took over power, then you can begin to say, okay, well, they have some ideology, let their time run out. They have nothing to show. So why do you want to take over the territory? And you have offered the territory for the past 3 years running. And then before not 3 years, 9 years running. I mean, even 10 years running. Because it started since 2015. So this is what we are about. And we're
That's
asking every
11 years,
Nigerian.
though.
Yes, 11 years.
Yes.
And we're asking Nigerians, don't see it from a partisan point of view this time. See it as a platform that has offered itself for you to express your aspiration. Just see a DC like that, and then you understand the concept.
Sir, I
Yes.
feel everything you just said now is something I think we heard in 2023 from the Labour Party.
Actually.
Yes.
So what makes it different now?
No, you didn't hear it from the Labour Party. You heard it from the obedience movement. And that's the problem. In 2023, the obedience movement were filled with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm and exuberance. It did not occur to them that the old masters that they have to fight with use the law when it favors them to their own advantage. Now, you can only win elections in this country via a political party. We don't have independent candidates yet.
Yeah.
Obi was more or less turned into an independent candidate. So they forgot to build structures that would defend their votes at the polling units. They forgot to structuralize themselves into a party. Because the Labour Party, as it turned out, by benefit of hindsight, all the time we are traitors. Abure was actually in cahoots with the ruling government. So Obi found himself captured between the deep sea and the devil, and he just had to go it through. Now, one of the people who was privy to what happened in 2023 election has come out openly, not in local television, on Arise TV, internationally, to say that 2023 election was rigged, that Obi won the election. So what it means is that Nigerian people kept faith with Obi's ideology, but the system, they could not they could not overthrow the system because you need a structure to overthrow the system. So the difference right now is that ADC is a structure. It's an existing political party that just threw its doors open. And then we have all moved in and created a structure. So it's no longer just a movement like the obedient movement. Now the obedient movement themselves have come in. They're going to find place within the structure to settle in. But we have structure. And when you're talking of structure, we're talking of institutional infrastructure to defend your votes, to implement your policies, and so on and so forth. That institutional infrastructure is a political party that has all the arms, and then you will be able to meet all INEX guidelines and regulation, and then what political party desires and demands for defending your votes when the time comes, when the crunch comes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so when you spoke about the last coalition that happened, the APC coalition,
Yes.
it was a coalition of parties.
Yes.
People say that, or I've heard people say that ADC is a coalition of disgruntled people and movements.
Yeah.
Do you think that is correct?
We are very disgruntled. We are disgruntled at the fact that the government is just increasing tariffs. We are disgruntled that the bag of rice that we used to buy 7,000 before 2015, we are now buying it over 100,000. We are disgruntled that Nigerians are being killed in numbers, in hundreds, if not thousands, on a daily basis, and you have an irresponsible government that is not responsible to be able to take care of its citizens. We are disgruntled that all we have to do since 2023 was pay tax, pay tariff, and we are getting nothing for it. We are disgruntled that we are saving money from subsidies being given to the governors, and they are buying luxury cars, ostentatious cars. The president himself spends more time outside spending Nigerians' tax money than inside the country where he's elected. So we are truly disgruntled. But we are disgruntled at their anomalies, at their travesty, at their failures. That's what we are disgruntled about. When you talk about disgruntled politicians, who is a better politician than the people that made up the ADC? They use language they don't understand. There is no politician in Nigeria that is more successful than Atiku Abubakar. TINUBU has no followership. If he has, why is he buying governors? Why is he paying 250 billion to buy governors? Why is he paying? Yes. Why is he paying legislators? He has no organic followership.
You mean for a governor to
defect to his party? That's what they give them. It was exposed.
And this is a fact.
It was exposed. I mean, fact check.
Wow.
250 billion.
Of course, they'll be denying it.
Okay.
So there are no politicians. We are not disgruntled in that sense. We have more capacity than they have. The one they call the Minister of Federal Capital Territory now, Wike, Can he stand? Does his credential have any weight? He can stand with El-Rufai when El-Rufai was. I was in Abuja. I stayed in Abuja when El-Rufai was the minister of the federal capital. The master plan that he is bonding now, does we even know it?
But
El-Rufai was designing Abuja, building Abuja, and paying salary. Did you ever see people coming out to protest that they didn't get 5 months salary?
Oh wow!
And he said if they pay salary,
how can they do the things that they are supposed to do?
Can you hear that?
But sir, speaking of El-Rufai, there are still some people that will tell you is almost the same thing as the people you are criticizing.
Yes. Every time people say things, ask them to show evidence. Emotions and sentiments, reign so much in our land. I judge a man by the job I have given you and how you have delivered on the job.
What about the killings of Christians in Kaduna, Southern Kaduna, and the whole?
That's the black spot he has to defend because he was at the saddle, and it was then believed that the notion is that he supported it. That is why it was happening. I can't defend him on that. You can never have angels come back to fix this country. This country will be fixed by Nigerians.
To me, that is a very, very tricky statement. You can never have angels come back to fix the country.
You won't even have America, after they've done what they are coming here to do, to stay behind to say they want to fix your country. They'll just regularize it for you and then still give you opportunity to fix your country. It's a burden to fix people's country. It's only the citizens of the nation, if they sit down to say, look, we have to fix this country. So I tell people, it's Nigerians, assuming without conceding, that they contributed to spoiling things in Nigeria. And now they say, look, we have realized. We have seen where the consequences of our past actions taking us. We are repented. There's room for repentance in human affairs and human history.
Do you feel
Jesus Christ himself gave room for repentance?
You feel our issue is bad leadership or is it constitutional?
It is absolutely both. It's both in the two extremes. It's constitutional, which is responsible for the structural deficiency we have and the imbalance equation between North and South in many respects. That's a very wide topic, which is responsible also for why we say we are a federation, but we are practicing unitary system of government. All of these are blamed on the defect and the lacuna in the constitution that didn't properly spell out things. But however bad a work tool is, a skillful workman will still do something good from it. It may be mediocre.
Yeah.
Not too good, not too bad. But you will know that the man is skillful, just that he's been limited by his tools. But here, we have no excuse. We have no excuse at all. For instance, there are some things, some institutions that are set here. We haven't closed down our police force, for instance. We haven't closed down our custom force. And the president hasn't made any public statement to say, policeman, don't do your job. You get the point? So you cannot blame institutional defect for that. It's just the personnel that have refused to do the police job.
True.
You get the point?
I personally feel as a country, the things that divide us are more than the things that unite us.
That's true.
Yeah, because
you mean the things, the fault lines people play up?
No, because I feel
inherently that the things that divide us inherently.
Probably,
because first of all, now we have language barrier.
Yeah,
we have different cultures.
The entire country doesn't.
Then there's the
same
issue of tribalism.
Yeah,
there's the issue of let me favor my people first.
My
before
brother
I think
first.
of somebody else.
Yeah,
let me vote my brother.
Yeah, I feel these are the issues that contribute to what we are facing now.
Who created the issue? Does ethnicity itself create a problem? Does that create a problem? It's still you, the human factor, that will operate ethnicity against your favor.
Problem.
You know why? Well, you have a point. That point is real. Exactly the same way we formed is the same way America formed. And we had the same situation here. Different ethnic groups. We're already in proximate relationship. We are close.
Yeah.
And then Lord Lugard came and decided to amalgamate Southern and Northern Nigeria. Now, eventually leaders emerged from all this ethnic group. Our founding fathers. They didn't do what America did. We can't shy away from that fact. They started to pursue this ethnicism and ethnic politics. And then somehow the acrimony, I went to sell wrong narratives. which their followers did not investigate, couldn't investigate, bought it, and then they didn't know the implication of where they were taking us. So I'm a strong pan-Nigerianist. I have never said anywhere, and I will never say anywhere, that we should divide. Because we have a very simple solution. Deregulate.
Yeah, the power decentralize.
Decentralized power.
Restructure.
How about going back to regional type
so
of
that's it.
Regional
part of restructuring.
leadership and regional
Whether you
politics.
want to go back to regional boundaries as we had it in the 1966 Constitution, or you want to now maintain the present 6 geopolitical zones as new regions, I mean, just decentralize. Why is the government not deregulating? Why are they afraid to deregulate?
It is a choice. It's a deliberate choice
because
from their end.
Because that is the only way that they can have control over your resources. That's why I say we run a unitary government in a federal system. Or we run a unitary system in the federal government. If not, what the hell is responsible for why we can't have state policing? Just to deal with the issue of security, for instance.
If at all.
Why can't we have... Okay, we give laws, we permit vigilante, we permit what does the world call its own state security this thing. But when it comes to state policing, where we will not have to gazette, and then they will not have power to purchase arms, and then they have power to enforce laws, criminal laws and all of that, we are reluctant to do that. Why? We should have state policing. That's part of the regulation.
But don't you think if they are state police now, and you be in opposition, don't you think the government of the day can use that against
state police against
eventually, anomalies find a way of regulating itself. Because one person cannot have that much influence over such a large organization. Remember, in the recruitment process, we have to, in any case, if you want to start a state police, there have to be laws. All of these fears will be part of what will be considered as we are setting up the law, so that in a way, you really don't have a situation where the governor can have overriding powers. But like what we do now. For instance, if you say that the IG, that is do state IGs or state whatever is the highest police officer, should not be appointed by the governor as part of your laws. Then we develop our own system, maybe in our region, our state or of how the police commission, whatever is going to emerge. That has already weakened the power of control, since the governor is not the one.
He's not the one.
And then we also have in our system to say in the law, we must have equal representation from each local government area. Do you understand? And it is the local government that will nominate those people into the police force. Where would their loyalty be? Do you understand that? So there are ways to check power.
True.
This is Nigeria. It's Nigeria we are in, because
Nigerians must always be Nigerians.
Because even this federal policing that we have already, they are still using it to oppress opposition. We saw a case of the 2024 Edo elections where members of the...
Because the president appoints the IG.
So what I'm saying
is a chain of command.
What I'm saying this is because you said if we can, make laws where the governor has no right to appoint whoever is in charge.
Yes.
But we still have a federal law that still gives the president power to... If we are changing from the state, we need to change for federal as well.
If we say state police, the authority and everything regarding that state police starts and ends with the state.
So let's talk national. Let's talk ADC's plans for 2027. Because personally, I know many young people are actually looking forward to what exactly are we doing as a people in 2027 to get this current government out of seat?
Yes.
What is ADC's plans for 2027?
First of all, we had to coordinate that kind of sentiment that you have just expressed. So young people have come to be aware that they have used all metrics. This government has no direction. If there's something to even hold on to say, okay, at least maybe to youth, they are favorable or whatever. It has no direction. So there is a tacit consensus of all Nigerians that the terminal point for this present regime should be 2027. There's that tacit consensus. It's already there in our hand. How to develop the strategy to do that now is why this party is offering itself. What strategy are we going to use to remove this government in 2027? Politically, they are not good. Economically, they are worse. Socially, I mean, how can you have a president who spends 3/4 of the time outside than in the country in which he was elected? The president spends more time outside. I remember somebody who just took, I think he said in 35 days, the president was planning 25 outside.
Imagine.
Yeah. So now, what is APC going to do? You have to first organize. Because you don't want to go outside the law.
You mean ADC?
You mean ADC,
Oh,
right?
sorry.
Yes.
You are what I
Oh my God.
So you don't want to go outside the law.
Yeah.
There are statutory channels. You have to be a party. You have to submit yourself for election and all of that before you can take over. If not, they will come and accuse you of planning a coup.
Yeah.
We must not make the mistake of 2023 where we had so much energy and then didn't have structure. What do you call it? Official instruments to work through. So ADC must provide that official instrument to work through and ensure that we encourage our youth to push that energy through those official instruments.
Okay.
I can assure you that in polling units in 2027, nobody can come there and rig results. The movement may not be on the street like it was in 2023, but the movement that is on now, that is imperceptible, is worse than 2023. Because in 2023, it was only those people who were on the street. Now it's both those on the street and those inside. It's now both the aged and the youth. That tacitly, everybody's in consensus about that. So in 2023, we're just about starting, we're waiting for INEC's timetable. Once INEC releases its timetable, then we now have the right for political campaigning and so on and so forth. We'll begin to reel out those policies that is incubating now. It's a 3 weeks, assignment. In 3 weeks, you'll be seeing ADC's policy.
Okay.
Do you know that at this moment, ADC is the only political party that has in its constitution? So it's a matter of statutory compulsion in its constitution, place for youth and women. Any committee, anything you are designing in ADC, committee, political position, elective position, there is a statutory number of seats allocated to women and youth.
That is amazing. That one alone.
Do you understand?
Alone has already caught me.
If you can browse our NWC, I think the present Deputy National Publicity Secretary, I think she's 23 or 4 or something.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think I saw the news.
Yes, and we have several ones like that. Given opportunity to run. In Edo North now where I come from, for instance, I'm at the forefront of pushing for a paradigm shift. The only people that can go to Senate are people that are my mate, and that should be the apex. Because, Senate, do you understand about, we are pushing for even younger ones to go. I'm even supporting a younger candidate to go for Senate. All of those people from my mate up should go back to the political background.
Yeah,
and then supplying experience. I'm supplying experience. But for elective position, we want energy. Not just because you have energy, but we have something upstairs. I don't know if Shedak told you that. He has plans. We'll push it.
He mentioned.
You guys say we'll push it.
But you saying something like this now makes me to ask.
Let's go to article actually.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you.
Let's
That's
go there.
Yes.
Let's go there. Because if
article
we're
is
talking
almost 80.
Yes. No,
and it's still the front runner for your political party to become the presidential
If we're talking
candidate.
young people, does that not sort of contradict?
No, it doesn't contradict. Look at the lineup of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is almost 80.
Yeah, I think it's 79.
It's about 79. The most influential, most powerful press secretary in the world is Caroline Leavitt. She's 27. Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, the Christine and Noem, the one that is in charge of this. They are all, so you have a mixture. Then you have Thomas Hogan in charge of border patrol and so on and so forth. We are not saying age automatically retires. We are talking about whether you are more upwardly mobile. What we are saying is where age takes over the whole position and youth is not given any opportunity. In society, the way God designed it, He designed it that the aged and the youth should do together. And that when the aged are aging, they create space for youth to move in. So I said to you, I said in Edo North, I didn't say in Edo. I said I'm at the forefront in Edo North. That space must be created. When are these youths ever going to be allowed to contest?
When?
So in Edo North, you get the point. So we are creating space. And it's happening across the country. So if that's why I just used our National Working Committee just now, you have David Mark there. But go and look below David Mark and Aregbesola. Young.
Yeah, but
even the woman leader and so on and so forth.
But me, I feel
so because why if you mix age and youth, now they transfer their experience in the process.
Now I'm going to say I will use pidgin now. It is sweet to talk from mouth.
Exactly.
You understand? Because
time reach now.
You see how you were mentioning Donald Trump and his people now.
Yes.
It's sweet. Not be saying one I don't win now.
Especially because we live in a very traditional
you not be saying their appointment for El-Rufai.
You know you are still young.
They will get. How old is El-Rufai? They will get appointment if they contribute, but they will not get appointment because they are the cabal of status quo. It's because they are competent for that position. But the appointment is so many that you have a large chunk. I said constitutionally reserved for youth and women. Constitution says our constitution. That's what we guide us. It's not by the choice of the president or by the choice of the governor. You must give the youth position to them that is statutorily their portion. So affirmative action, we're already taking care of that in the constitution.
So now speaking on the AD system,
yes,
you know, it's still the same people that still come into this party.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a new, people that have not been into politics before, people that have not been members of any party before.
These are still the same people that Nigerians know.
We still have people from APC. We still have people from the PDP. Then from some other, like the Labour and the others. So do you think it's still not the same set of people that have left?
Let me be personal here. Do you think that your studio now, is an upgrade of the drone thing you were doing Twitter? Do you understand?
Yeah.
The point is that we are dynamic. And there's human beings continue to evolve.
Yeah, true.
What defeats people is system. The system article operated in art in PDP. It's not the same system in ADC. And that's a fact. In PDP, I don't think article ever heard where the National Work Committee says taking 50 people. You are bringing people like Patutomi and all the names I mentioned earlier to say they are setting up policy in which you will run. Before now, we also didn't have this kind of situation where we realize that old system can throw up a man that wants to now become an emperor in Nigeria. All of this will serve as lessons learned from experience to guide, future, actions. So, as I said earlier, we can't create a new Nigeria. So it's still the same people. So, article is corrupt. I've asked people, a man that has never, you don't have any evidence in the media to cite a particular case of corruption that you say, okay, they are covering. But this was what he was accused of. Not even by Obasanjo.
Nobody issue that
toughest enemy that you can have.
But I think Obasanjo said that he is...
There are some of those things he said they were misinterpreted and that. Are you following me? If Obasanjo is your enemy and you have any secret buried in the grave, he will dig it out. You get the point? Yeah. So there can be stereotype, psyche attack. And then people just grow up and the first thing, your default judgment is an article is corrupt. But if you look at Atiku's private life, and that's what convinced me about Donald Trump, that first time they were criticizing him, it was the son. I think it must be this Baron, who said then, he said, a billionaire with 5 children, no tattoo, no alcohol, no drugs. Has he not tried? So I stepped back to look at the man. You give what you have. Are you following me? Atiku has many wives. And go and look at them. They are spread across Nigeria. Igbos, Yoruba, and so on and so forth. First wife actually is Yoruba, Titi. And has so many children. Almost all of them are soundly, all of them. They are still, except those who are still in the process, educated. I thought Atiku's daughter was the only one I thought at A levels, Cambridge in Abuja. The mother was one of those. In fact, the mother gave a speech. Are you following me?
Yeah.
In Atiku's business, you have never had bankruptcy as a result of irresponsible business management. His businesses are still intact. There have been people that have been working for him for tens of years, decades. His investment profile, Apti University, that's one of the best universities in Nigeria. You look at all of those things. How can he now be different in government? It was under Atiku's leadership that the National Economic Team of Nigeria introduced this telecom that has been Abacha's table for over 8 years, and Abacha sat on it. It was Atiku who pushed it and brought Erufai, who came to head the BPE, and started preaching privatization. Now, all the things they privatize is where we are getting any sort of value from now. The one they didn't privatize, like the NNPC, you know the stories coming out from there. So you look at a man and you don't just jump in the bandwagon and begin to, you have evidential, analysis. And then you put him on a scale and in your radar and look at him properly and don't join others.
But many people have said that why can't he give up? What exactly is this that is in that seat
like
that
is
he
this better?
wants?
Is this something that
when you always want something, it's almost like there's something there that he really wants. You know when there's a diamond that somebody buried somewhere, a person wants to go back there to get that diamond. Many people have said that is the case.
Can you
with
bear
him.
with my objective answer?
Okay.
First of all, the point of view. This is my bottle. Is it half filled or half empty? Have you heard that? So it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
What those people are quarreling about is my reason for supporting him.
Okay.
Resilience. A man who continues to do that is showing that he has an objective he wants to achieve. They just assume that that objective is the wrong objective. But I take it that that man has something that they should allow him do and let us see it. So I have a positive view to that this man is resilient. He's a fighter. He's a not give up. He doesn't give up. Are you following me?
Yeah.
They say why. The reason why they say why is simple. In Nigeria, public office has now been associated with an opportunity to amass wealth for yourself. The question is, what wealth will Atiku amass again? A man who has sustained 4 presidential elections from his pocket. Which wealth does Atiku want?
But now,
there are people who have ambition.
Yeah.
They want to make a difference or they want to leave a legacy. I have been publicity secretary to 3 parties. Labour Party, before it blew, I was the first public secretary. I was Abure's mainest man. I moved on to ADP. I had reasons to leave Abure, fall apart with Abure. In fact, Ogbalo, who is the state secretary, state chairman of Labour Party, I contested that very position with him. And Abure supported him. I moved on to ADP. Then when the coalition was forming, I moved to SDP. So this is the 4th. Now, when I got to some radio station, TV station where I was interviewed, the person said, just a few weeks ago, months ago, you told us you were in SDP. What changed? You're not in ADC. I said, we are still looking for solutions. I'm still searching for solutions. What you should identify is what has been my personal ideology and opinion in all of these places. Because I could easily have taken that talent to APC and I will welcome and give you money. So some people they are hungry. Some people are true patriots. I think he's a true patriot. He's a true Democrat. He democratizes everything he does. So when people use those arguments, it doesn't cut eyes with me because, I mean, you can't second guess people. Don't accuse people until you have evidence. The man that we thought was a master strategist, that we thought was a this, was a that, that's not the man we have put there. We are a hater of Nigeria. We should have known that from his antecedent. When his son is this in Lagos, his wife is this in Lagos, that's his antecedent. We should have known that from his antecedents. That he wrapped everything around his family members in Lagos. Why did we think he would do that at the national?
And we are seeing it happen.
So we judge people by benefit of their antecedents.
So, sir, you've listed all these qualities of Atiku, business-wise, politics-wise, and all that. But his own son, just left him and went to the APC to support your position.
So, and I was waiting for his reply. I know what he said. It's democracy to allow people freedom.
But if his own son does not believe in him, why do you think the ordinary man...
Among my mother's children, My brother who is in Scotland is my favorite. In fact, we are too close. He's a diehard APC. I'm a diehard progressive parties, which ADC now represent. So if they ask me that question, I'll be guilty if I answer you differently.
So do you think now...
My brother thinks that ADC, that's what he thinks. It's his opinion. Are you following me? He had this used to do the other day. I left my busy schedule. I ran around for it and sent it back to him. So if his son thinks that the only way to get back at his father, for instance, he's angry with the father and he does that. Is that not a possibility? It's a possibility. The person we are talking about, sorry to say it, is Atiku's son. But in terms of contribution to national life and weight of opinion and influence, it's a non-entity. So you couldn't judge his infantile judgment to say, oh no, he's in the position to be able to judge.
So in the grand scheme of things, he doesn't matter.
No, he matters as an individual.
In the grand scheme of things, politically.
But that's just Atiku.
It's not a way to her.
El-Rufai is now in the ADC. His son is still in the ADC.
Exactly.
A similar thing. That's what we are saying. It's a similar thing.
But they were all in the APC together. So is it the father that is not...
But there is no saying...
was also very... He's very vocal.
He's very vocal. And it's still very vocal. Yes. There is no saying that these people won't later join their father where they are.
True.
I mean, your wife at home and you can have long time disagreement over a neighbor or over somebody.
True.
Yeah, to the point that the husband will even start accusing the wife. Are you following me? So we'll just keep things at those levels. That's how I keep things. The reason why we are quarreling about Wike and his sons is because it is Nigerian money that they are laundering. If they have political differences, none of our business. It's Nigerian money they are laundering. Like our senator now that is in the air, demonstrating his septuagenarian power and libidinous propensity, by rubbing the leg of a self-confessed slut. Self-confessed slut. I mean,
don't you think that's a strong word?
Yes. I mean, she's a slut. She's involved in pornography. You have not done a check on her? In fact, she's worse than a slut.
The senator says it's AI.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say, yes.
It's his responsibility to prove it.
Okay.
Because what we are analyzing is what is put before our eyes in the social space. If I go out of this studio now to go and say, I met you people fighting here, that would be a lie. But if you were in a fist off, whether you were sparring or you were just pretending, and I catch you on the video, you are going to have a long
explanation. And in all honesty, that's true.
So if he says it's AI, let him prove it. AI from Arise and said they're going to do a forensic to prove that it's AI. I have another version that you have not seen of that video.
Oh.
No, not another version, an extension of that same video. Yeah.
Okay. That did not get to the public eye.
Yes, and I'm ashamed to put it in the public space.
Please, can you show us after?
Wow.
So point I'm making is, we quarrel about this because by the status of a senator representing me,
he's your senator.
Exactly.
There are universal expectation of his moral quality. There are expectation that office demands. If not, aside from that, I don't care what he does. But to now advertise it, I was told that the lady has brought down all her... Why is she bringing down all her posts?
She also posted...
She brought down all her posts.
She posted recently
from
that
my Instagram
we should stop accusing her and we should go and blame our senator.
Did you hear?
Well, for being honest...
That's admittance. That is admittance.
But the senator says
exactly. That is actually admittance. So that's like, we're not having two conflicting stories here. She said, blame him. He said, it didn't happen.
He put that in on the social media.
Yeah, she did.
And I knew that it was malicious. She did it deliberately. She knows the implication.
Or maybe he didn't pay for her services.
Perhaps as much as she had demanded.
Okay.
Because those kind of people involved in those kind of businesses they are inherently blackmailers. And so they chose high-profile figures. I said, tell you to go and blame your senator.
Okay, so now let's leave Oshomole for now.
Exactly.
We'll come back to...
Because we hold them tight.
So, sir, the PDP is the oldest party in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I can't say I know what their ideology is.
Yes.
But for the APC, when they were coming, they were saying change.
We're changing them.
True.
We'll change them now.
And we want to grab power.
Yes.
Let's take power from
Jonathan.
So now the ADC has come up. Can you categorically tell us what the ideology of the ADC is?
Okay, now ideology, I cannot categorically tell you. I can tell you loosely.
Okay.
Ideology actually develops from your policies and your manifesto. It is the sum total and some direction of your policies and manifesto that you can say is these people's ideology. But so you know that's work in progress. From our actions and operations, you could discern our direction. Yeah. The first thing I would say, which must be an ideology, is that we must keep Nigeria a democratic, free state. That's a strong ideology. We are democrats. Democracy is an ideology. Different from fascism, is different from Marxism, different from socialism and all of that. So we must keep Nigeria a free state. One of the things we have been pursuing, which we have said in every interview, in every writing, is that we are not going to allow a one-party state.
Okay.
We are going to allow for free and fair election. That's why you see the way we are reacting now that Senate voted against electronic transactions.
Yes.
We've spoken on the national level of politics and politicking, and I think we should bring it to Edo now.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. The 2028 elections. Yeah. And even before the 2028, we have the general elections 2027. That will have the House of Reps, the Senate, and 2 months after that we'll have the one for the House of Assembly.
And even in that 2027 elections that are coming, the current governor, Senator Mondepe, has promised 3 million, or is it 2.5? 3.5 million.
Yeah, because he said his own is 2.5, and he has said the state party chairman has promised 1 million. So that's 2.5.
So that now we are promising people. So yes, that
he has promised, and he said if President TINUBU does not get re-elected, that he will resign.
So what are your thoughts on that?
You have kept those records.
Yeah, it's in the public domain.
Yeah, internet doesn't lie.
Yeah, and it doesn't hide.
Because you'll be needing them. The first thing to have asked the governor is, how many registered voters
do we have?
In Edo?
In fact, even when the registration has been open since, how many new registration have we had?
Has it happened?
He's our governor. But I mean, so we respect him as His Excellency. It doesn't take away his creative side as a content creator. So as a content creator,
that one
His Excellency. So I
don't think I'll take this.
I don't know if you are bothered to invite him here. If you invite him here, you will get the kind of publicity you never dreamt of. Because by the time he's done with this place, everybody wants to see what he came here to see. You can be sure that
Wow. Actually,
if you are saying you want 3.5 million, how many registered voters? Look at the history of your registration. How many registered voters do you have in Edo?
I don't think his own election is going up to 500,000.
I don't think he's even aware. That's the thing.
He's not aware. Just as Jarrett wasn't aware that more than 300 people have what do you call it? On internet in Edo State. On Arise TV.
Yeah.
Jarrett on Arise TV.
Yeah, he said we don't have money to subscribe.
Oh my God.
Is that not more than
He said we are that poor that we cannot afford.
Is that
more than 300 people?
Chai. Sorrow, prayers.
So I think why we are laughing at it, especially for you youths, it's a very sobering thought. I mean, I hate to do comparisons, but just compare this with Ghana. Let's not go to the US. And you find people with public offices of such status making statements that youths are beginning to wonder whether there's something wrong. That's why you all believe that all we old men are foolish and stupid. I should get off the stage. And that's why you believe so.
Many times it's not our fault. We've seen this thing. We've seen the president. We've seen...
So the point is, Edo people, unfortunately, are too enlightened. Upwardly mobile. for clowns to think that just because they have the police and other security forces at their beck and call, with which they can intimidate people, and therefore they can say anything and think they can get away with it. I'll give you an example. If you go to the internet right now, I posted it this morning. You know what I used? About the ADC secretariat that was almost burnt down. I just went to bring Jared's speech when he was threatening ADC and said, if you call yourself so-called ADC, you have to leave the state.
Wow.
That they will smoke them out.
Oh.
And there's no smoke with
yeah, so because as soon as the fire was happening yesterday, I sent my post around. I said APC cites ADC secretary. And somebody was asking me, what evidence do you have for this? I've given him the evidence.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Why do you guys think it's the APC?
Because Jared has promised us that he was going to smoke us out. That if we are ADC, so-called ADC, that there's no ADC, that you have PDP and you have APC, that we should leave this state for them, that in fact they are coming after us.
What if other people are just acting based off of
what
that video? And
if the court depends on what of, would they ever be able to charge anybody to prison? It is evidence court uses. You have a man who is threatening you at your backyard, and then that threat is carried out, and the court is looking for what of? You already have your witness. You already have your culprit.
They say birds fly for night.
Picking that for who kill her? The only person that has threatened ADC in this state is APC chairman Jared Debby on a viral video, and we have the video.
So you are saying it now that
categorically
it was Jared Debby who set ADC secretariat on fire.
Oh, okay. You're saying he was the one?
Of course, he sent the people that did it. I mean, it's just about time that he carried out his threat. He told us that there is no ADC, that all these people who identify who are calling themselves ADC, that you will, if you insist on identifying with ADC, you will leave Edo for us. And now that we have put a secretariat there, somebody is coming to make us leave Edo for them. That's Jared Debby.
Okay.
It's quite sad.
So all of these things, and as I wrote there, because I wrote the letter to thank Edo people for their patriotism to democracy, which is our ideology. Edo people were the one who repaired him, not ADC members. Edo people mobilized and repaired the attackers. They came with a vanity van.
Wow.
It was not coincidence, it was planned. And it is not the first time. PDP secretariat was on Airport Road.
Yeah.
They brought the lights. They beat the hell out of everybody, chased out them out, and occupied the business. PDP moved on to get another secretariat. They burnt it down. So they're carrying the acid to burn us down.
So how do you think opposition is going to survive?
Exactly. Where is democracy?
Oh, my brother, opposition will survive because we are opposition. You and I are opposition. They don't have right to our existence. They cannot say we will not exist. The reason why we are doing what we are doing that because we have been trained to play by the books. We have been trained to be civilized and to use resistance, tacit resistance, which is stronger than bullets, to win this battle. The way they are attacking us here, the way they are attacking us using all sorts of infiltrators, which you have not seen in the media. And we are deflecting them and winning the battle. And that's how we do here. We're going to guide our secretariat. We won't wait for them to burn our secretariat. We have a right to exist in the Edo land. So that's the message we put out to our people. They should not think that the boss, according to article, left the station long ago. ADC has taken off as the largest opposition party in Nigeria, the most loved, that is enjoying so much goodwill. And we so remain until the election that will throw them out. So if anybody thinks in his imagination that your infantile acts of coming to burn our secretariat, you have just alerted us to your plans. The very fact that while we were not there, you couldn't burn the secretariat should be an eye-opener to you. And as I wrote there in the thank you message, I said, the battle is not ours. The battle is the Lord's and Edo people's. So it is the Edo people that will continue to resist them. So in 2027 to 2028, Edo people are not going to count how many secretariats you burnt. I would have a list of Edo North ladies, beautiful young ladies and couples that you allowed bandits to destroy. The first one was Aisha, We all saw the video.
It
was a private, NGO that came to mobilize to rescue Aisha. And it's on record there on your video where the private NGO said they had approached the state government and they got
no support.
Coaches.
I think that is Harrison.
Can you imagine?
As Harrison led that group and they released Aisha, they took Ayeni Joy from my place.
Oh, wow.
Up till now, we don't know what has happened to Ayeni Joy. While we are still mourning that a couple in Ibi, husband and wife, young couple.
Wow.
Which vote are you going to get from those places?
They were kidnapped from their home.
From their home, young couple.
What are you going to get from these places?
You don't want to imagine what is happening to those people in the forest.
Yeah.
Have you even walked in the forest that you are not kidnapped? You just walk in the forest and it's getting to evening. You are in the bush. Do you know how you feel?
Now you carry your leg, walk inside.
Not to talk of when demons are your kidnapper. Demons.
Guns and...
Those are not people who come to kidnap for money. Those are people who already hate you before they came to kidnap you. And with all that venom in them,
you can still pay their ransom
the only reason why they don't tear you into pieces when they kidnap you is because they are waiting to collect the ransom. Once they collect the ransom, it is whatever the devil in them tells them to do. Whatever that they do.
They can decide to sell your organ.
They beat you before the money will come. And you have a governor and a government sitting. And these are not the topic of discussions for them.
It's 2.5 million.
How to re-elect and how to...
Have you said, can you, as a human being, Zadi, let's be honest, sit down as governor and you sleep comfortably when you hear this kind of thing or you see this kind of young girl? Did you see the way Aisha was doing?
Yeah.
I was broken to pieces. I said, no wonder my father did not allow me join force. I'm telling you, I don't know what I would have done. I'm not advocating for coup. I'm saying if I were, I don't know what I would have done because there are things that I feel if it's existing, there's no reason why I should be living. I can't live with those kind of thoughts. I can't live with those kind of, feeling.
Knowing that your people
then
are...
especially when I'm imagining what those people are doing to that girl in the forest. When we have seen Deputy Governor tied his hand tied behind Deputy Governor of Northern State, and they're beating him like a cow. And they are showing it. And then later they will display the money they made from all of this wickedness. And you say you are government and you expect me you want me to respect you. You are driving past. You want me to say your excellency. Do you know the meaning of excellency? If you don't feel that sense of responsibility, and I can't have a modicum of respect for such person, because that's not how I'm constituted. You are insulting, in fact, you are insulting humanity, the dignity of man. So, if I'm a governor, if that's the only thing I will face, insecurity, if it is happening in my territory, I will go against the presidency if the presidency does not. If I realize the president is supporting it, I will go internationally. Now, you didn't go internationally. International now came to meet you. What a big shame. It tells you that other human beings in the world, you are less than those human beings in the world.
They feel more for your people than you who they elected to lead them.
I would have gone international if I was governor. How can you? Who am I ruling over? And you are talking of the one that came to public space.
Yeah,
exactly. The ones that no one
hears about. Do you know how many?
About.
There are carcasses in our forests, corpses. Women will go to farm in Okwesan, in the Eastern land, in our forest. They have camps. We should see our governor mourning, crying, agonizing, motivating and mobilizing us to say, look, this is an existential threat. We are all dead, people. We are just dying by installment. Let's get together. What do we do? Throw opposition away. This is a do. But when you don't have roots here, you can't relate to the origin here. You are a stranger. And then you go and occupy position and you want me to respect you. You are not an important person to me. People that are important to me are those who believe in humanity. They know the value of human lives. And they go to any length to ensure that you don't have this kind of situations in our own dear Edo State. If people want to tolerate it in their place, let them tolerate it. Those are the people that are important to me. You cannot be important to me, whatever title that you have.
So now you are saying the ADC is ready to take over power come
And do the
2028.
right thing.
If we take over power and my governor does not show this kind of passion and zeal to ensure it won't even happen in ADC because we know who we are going to give our ticket to.
I was going to come to that.
Yes.
Do you guys already have someone in mind
No.
for 2028?
We have it. What we just have is a template and standards.
Okay.
Everybody has
So
antecedents.
that person has to fit into
You have to
that
fit in there.
standard.
How can we give a ticket to you when you don't have Edo people interest at heart? We have to know that you are somebody who cares about Edo. You care about Edo's survival and existence, and then you also have ideas about Edo's glory. How to tap into Edo's potentials and promote Edo. Look, if you are not a patriot, are you seeing what's going on in America? If you are not natural, if you are not naturally born in America now to be an American citizen, you can no longer hold position.
Yeah.
Because they realize that look, many of these people like Ila Omar, the girl who says she's from Somalia, they just don't have any attachment. How can you be sleeping in the house and your people are in the bush in the hands of marauders and bandits and terrorists? How can you have such potential in the door and you don't know what to do with it? And you had a governor in this state who cared about what to do with the potentials we have. And then for one stupid primordial reason, you are destroying those legacies? Are they in his name? Let us assume that they are in his name. All you need to do is to use your green pen to cancel his name.
Exactly, write your own. Exactly.
I'll give you an example. When Oshomole left, everybody was in doubt whether the EMO University was Oshomole's.
True.
Or it belongs
True.
to the state.
Is there any doubt now? The governor got the papers, renamed the university properly.
Simple.
And then
But
life
this governor
continues.
has changed the name back.
I changed the name back again.
Is the name of something even important
So
in
there
the
are
grand
people
scheme of
who are
things?
progressing in the reverse.
Mm.
Are you following me? Yes. They are relics of, past mentality. They want to hold on to it. What we need is a new paradigm. That's what I was trying to say now when I said nedu, not we are.
Yeah.
So they cannot think beyond that past. You cannot imagine people who are being ruled by the past. Instead of projecting into the future.
Analog type of governance.
Is that not where we currently even may be?
Edo State University, what is wrong with that? Uzaire is about 19 clans.
Yeah.
Iyamo is just one village inside Uzaire.
Yeah.
Then Uzaire is a major community in Edo State. Why would any governor come and take that as his business and begin to fight it? Something that has been properly done. Rectitude. You are fighting rectitude.
And now it changes back to Edo University.
Everything is myopic, selfish, personal. You can't build a nation like that now. If that is how Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, William Bradford, all of them were in America, America would have been one tiny colony now.
Sir, now
Yeah.
the youth is the largest population in Nigeria.
True.
And most of
Everywhere in the world.
Most of us are tired already. We've given up on. Most people have given up on the country. Or me, I have not. I still believe in Nigeria, and I still want the country to succeed. But most people are tired, and they feel their voices are not being heard, and their votes do not count. So I'm going to ask, what is the ADC doing differently, to approach and get these people to their side?
Okay, I will answer your question, but I want to take the liberty and the advantage of what you told me when we started, that a podcast is usually interactive.
Yes, sir.
What have you done to take advantage of the ADC party?
Well, me now, I'm going to say this now.
Have you taken your card?
No, I haven't, because
How do you not participate in it?
I wanted to be convinced.
Because now it's your party that needs to convince me. Because me, I've seen the PDP, I've seen the APC.
This is the thing we have done to convince you.
Okay.
But maybe you wouldn't have known if I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
Now, I told you that ADC is the only party that has statutorily in its constitution allocation to youths and women. Because youth and women, it's about the same issues that they have.
Marginalization.
Since we started ADC, there is no committee or structure we are putting in place that we don't obey that principle.
But what's the percentage?
Yeah.
Is it 50-50?
We give enough room for the youth so that the number of youth you have there's balance, counterbalances the number of adults that you have there.
Okay.
Are you following me?
Okay.
So we have done that. Number two, we are on media every day.
Okay.
Telling all Nigerians to please come in and join hands in this mission. You have to do that part to come in.
So that's our part.
Yes, that's your part.
Okay.
Like the obedience movement, the day they came in, I was surprised. The oldest, them, that, the real obedient, is Asemota, Dr. Asemota. I don't know if you know him. He himself is still a youth. So that tells you the people that came in there that I saw it was only when I was at the university that I saw that kind of energy.
Yeah.
I saw what you call youth energy. In the hall, you could feel energy inside the hall. And I was thinking, I was the MC. I was thinking, if these guys can just be responsible people, then this state has changed. I was so impressed with Asemota's delivery. And you need to see the report I made when I gave the news report. So, point I'm making is, it takes two to tango. The youth are in a state of comatose from serial betrayal and serial non-performance. But every history, go and check it, always has an epoch, a time, a period when things just change. And those who quickly descend that epoch, they become the first forerunners of those things. They become the first persons to be involved in it. I need you to discern that is what is going on right now. Because it's talking of something very important. The recruitment process. So we are asking youths, don't allow cynicism and that's what a word I'm looking for, ennui. Don't suffer from ennui where you are now dislocated because of the series of disappointments that you have had. If you fall in love and it breaks, fall in love again. Don't stop falling in love because somebody has broken your heart.
To kill you.
Exactly.
It will kill you. Because the man who is not, the man who cannot love is already gone. So, beautiful ones are not here, but there's a character in it. That man who, when he died and they did an autopsy on him, they didn't see a heart. It was to emblematize what I'm saying to you now. If you fall in love, I tell you fall in love with 3 people, one of them must reciprocate. Okay. So that's how it is too with nation building. The question I ask myself every time when I wanted to give up, when I was okay, if we all just say, well, these criminals are very active people, very active. They'll be very happy for you to give up.
Actually.
Yeah. So we have to resist them. We have to build an army of resistance. We have to continue to talk. They'll be very glad if they don't have any media now talking. I'm sure when Gareth sees what I posted this morning, he will regret those statements. Because I'm hinging it on him. That's the only evidence I have. Yes. And it's a public statement. So we must continue to talk. The youth must get up to participate. Please.
Sir, it brings me to this one now. During the last Edo election 2024, you were the spokesman for the Aswen and OJIEKERE campaign. Yes. So now, as the ADC media coordinator, are you putting in effort to see how you can, woo in Aswen and OJIEKERE to, the ADC? Is your party doing anything?
You are very close to Ose Aneni. You know how close he is to Aswen? Yeah. He's a member of the 50-man committee.
Ose is now in ADC?
Okay.
I didn't know that.
That means
I didn't know that.
Are things going in the right direction?
Yeah, he's getting close to...
I don't know whether he's a member, but he's a member of the 50-man committee.
To be a member of the 50-man committee, you have to be a
member.
At least it signals that you identify with this party and what it stands for.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he was the head of strategy. For the...
he's a strategist. He's a strategist. And he's also very young.
Yes.
Personally,
and
I'm
he's the son
of
Tony Aneni.
Oh, okay, amazing.
I'm
looking forward to what ADC is bringing forward in the 2028 Edo State elections.
No, but it does seem from what people said here now that you don't know how fast spread we have gone in Edo. It's no longer this old brigade, though. You have taken over political parties, so I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
And we oldies, although I'm not one of those oldies, but there are older people than me, are very happy to be at the background, supplying experience.
That's amazing.
So that you can participate and then contest elections. No nation can survive if you don't create way for your youthful population. You can't survive it. Your body tells you that you are not what you wear.
We can see it happening. We see it play out regularly.
And it affects also the mind. Okay, look at our president now. I mean, whatever you say of him, you cannot say that this was his performance like 20, 30 years ago. At least in terms of being able to stand without falling when he visits.
His speech and all of that.
I mean, we're not happy when our president begins to fall from country to country. We're not happy. You just I mean, and
so our president is falling from country.
Yeah, he's falling from country to country. Every time he goes, he's falling up, and we're not happy. You get the point?
I don't know between him and the Naira.
Which one even falls more right now? We are pretty confused.
So let's talk on one now.
Yes. Donut.
One is in a donut. So I'm going to talk about your senator.
Yes.
That represents your senator at the state. How would you rate his performance so far? I'm not talking about his performance on the air.
Yeah.
You know?
Zaddy.
No, that would be unfair to him because the only place where you have competitive advantage is on the
because he's very in the red chambers. He's very vocal. He's very vocal. You cannot deny that.
Let me explain to you. Nobody can take the gift of gab away from Madame Social Model. But women, yes, they're the one who taught us. They say, now that one I go chop. True.
No be lie.
And that statement means you are not correlating action with words.
Yes, your words and actions.
You get the point. So every society has different talents. If we need somebody now to go and represent, maybe there's a constituent assembly and so on and so forth, I will vote for Shomole to go. But if it is somebody that would bring development home to the people, that will bring sense of belonging to his constituent, is a total failure. And until a few days ago, we didn't know why. Now we know. So we kept wondering. For instance, on one where I come from has 22 wards. 22 wards. 2 local government, because you have one east and one west. Oshomole does not have half projects. I'm challenging him now. Let him.
Also, the modern market that I said he recently,
built in the air.
Maybe that's.
He has nothing.
Nothing on ground.
Everything everything's in the air. Half project in these 2 constituencies. Then he claimed to have renovated a school in what's the name of that? In Akoko Edo. There's an Akoko Edo boy now who the community sent to go and cry to the world that what they had as the budget cost for that project in their dreams and nightmares, they cannot see it.
Oh, wow.
They say it's about over 200 million.
Wow.
For one long primary school structure that was existing.
That was just refurbished.
If you look at it, you will know, as any normal person, that 15 million
can do it.
To do this. So what he does is to cover his inadequacies with his strength, which is his mouth. He has failed to unify a donut. I grew up in the other side of a donut that is not my side of origin. I'm from Onwa. Then you have Akoko, it's a tripod. You have Akoko Edo. Then you have Esako. I grew up in his own Esako. Primary, secondary schools. I didn't just grow up because by my nature, I'm very integrative. I'm highly integrated. And I happen to have attended 2 secondary schools within, in fact, 2 primary schools and 2 secondary schools within Esako. So my nostalgia, pristine nostalgia of my childhood, it is more of Esako, even if my origins are one. So that's why I call myself a hybridized Afema. The Afema is the word for all of us, and it means our home. Can you see the...
And I don't know.
Can you see the emotional attachment to our home? You know, there's nothing in this world that is closer, that's a closer attachment than home.
True.
Just I mean, so imagine that territorial district answering our home, and that's how we grew until he came from north, where he lived.
Yeah, in Kaduna.
He doesn't understand our emotional attachment
to the place,
to feminism, and he now loves power and has gab. So he took advantage of all of that and our support, thinking that he understood what he was saying when he was saying one man, one vote, let the people lead, and all of those slogans he borrowed from ANC South Africa. Now, we thought he knew what he was saying. Now, he has almost created such acrimony in a donut that Onwa is now saying we are Onwa Nation. We are not.
Oh, wow.
And Akoko they say Onwa Nation. You're having WhatsApp groups springing up, Onwa Akoko Edo Alliance, and so on and so forth. Because of his, bad politics.
Imagine.
Non-relational politics. Are you following me? So how can you fail so woefully and say you are talking in the chambers as if, did we send you there to talk, to entertain, or to talk to produce results and development? Now, statutorily, you are not investing in the place. Culturally, you are detached.
Wow.
If anybody doesn't know the meaning of marginalization, you should come and ask Oshomole and Nedu. So, that is the situation that we have. You cannot ask us to continue to follow Oshomole. That's why in 2027, Oshomole must go.
So this has been an amazing time here in the studio with me, of course, Z of the Good Life and the Zaddy of Benin and our amazing guests. And of course, I want to say thank you to our amazing sponsors, Ico Gas, our restaurant, 80s Glam, Bella Bellina Wine, and of course, as we like to say, Wawese. Thank you for standing by us.
Please, some people should leave the air and, bring their constituency project to the ground.
Oh my goodness, I am not involved in that. Please, Zaddy, leave this man by the jugular now. You people are holding this man by the jugular.
Live that we are supposed to be chopping.
You people are holding this man by the jugular.
Did you see the color TV he was with?
Oh yeah, it's okay. From we on the Unscripted Seat podcast with Zaddy of Benin and Z, we want to say bye.